to all the speakers and participants, Advocate Piyush Pandit. Thank you so much, sir, for taking time to send this and share this with us. We are truly grateful and appreciative for your leadership, and God bless you as well. Another very important visionary to RIU is our beloved trustee, who also couldn't be here, but she sent a beautiful message, so I will relay that to you as well. She says to the RIU Women Entrepreneurs Council and every woman leader present, leadership is not inherited, it is ignited. And today, you are all lighting that fire for generations to come. My sincere apologies for being unable to attend this event due to unexpected circumstances. While I cannot be there in person, I am sending a written version of my thoughts and wishes to be shared with you all. I am deeply honored to be welcomed as your guest of honor. A conference that celebrates women's leadership is not just an event, it is a movement. It reminds us that true leadership is built in quiet moments of resilience, in the courage to begin, and in the commitment to lift others as we climb. In my journey, I have learned that the most powerful capital a woman holds is not funding or networks, it is conviction. When conviction meets compassion, enterprises become ecosystems and success becomes legacy. May these 2 days ignite bold ideas, meaningful partnerships, and unwavering belief in every participant. My heartfelt blessings and best wishes accompany you. This is from our trustee, Dr. Roshni Lal. Namaste to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your beautiful message, and we greatly appreciate you and your blessings to this event as well. I must just say, another message that came through, of course, she's not here with us. She was here yesterday, and we're grateful that she was here yesterday, but she's not here today. Is unfortunate, but she did say that I must please relay a message from her. And this is our HR director of RIU, Ms. Dipshika Patak. And she sent me a message, and of course, I'm going to just relay parts of it to you, just so that we give her the credit that is relevant. And she says, greetings to everyone. It is truly a privilege and an honor to be here as your guest of honor at this inspiring conference, Leading as a Woman Entrepreneur. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Women Entrepreneurs Council for this wonderful invitation. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Ms. Layal, Head of Councils, whose dedication and leadership have played a significant role in bringing together such an inspiring gathering of change makers. I would like to express my sincere appreciation, of course, to Ms. Mehri Mia, President of the Women Entrepreneurs Council, for her remarkable commitment to empowering women entrepreneurs and creating a platform where such ideas, innovation, and leadership can flourish. Your passion for uplifting women through collaboration and opportunity is truly inspiring. Thank you, ma'am. I must acknowledge the visionary leadership of Advocate Piyush Pandit, whose dream and foresight led to the creation of the WEC in a world where entrepreneurship is rapidly evolving. She further goes on to say today's theme, Leading as a Woman Entrepreneur, is far more than a conference title. It is a celebration of courage, determination, resilience, and the extraordinary ability of women to transform challenges into opportunities. To every aspiring entrepreneur present today, I would like to share one simple message. Believe in yourself before expecting the world to believe in you. Success is never an overnight achievement. It is built through consistency, learning, resilience, and the courage to rise above every setback. She further concludes, I once again extend my sincere gratitude to Ms. Layal, Ms. Mehri Mia, and Advocate Piyush Pandit for their dedication and vision in building this remarkable platform. To every woman present here today, remember your ideas have power, your voice has influence, your leadership creates change, and your success inspires the world. Thank you again for this honor. Thank you so much, ma'am, and really appreciate your message that has come through to each one of us. I really appreciate all of our people that come through from our Working For team, because every one of them plays a huge part in making us all work well together. We cannot begin anything else without me letting our next visionary leader come to the surface, and that is our beloved RIU CEO of the Piyush Group. That's Dr. Virginia Rivera. She's also the Vice President and founder of CEO of Mahila Odiami. And of course, I would love for her to give us her welcome and her message today before we continue any further. Dr. Virginia, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Maureen Mia. Good day, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our Leading as a Woman Entrepreneur Conference. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge our founder, Advocate Piyush Pandit, whose vision continues to inspire everything that we do here in IIU. His belief in the power of education, entrepreneurship, and most importantly, of women as infrastructure has created incredible opportunities for all of us. As CEO of IIU and as an entrepreneur myself, I have spent much of my life building businesses, organizations, initiatives, and movements. Along the way, I have learned that while strategy matters, purpose matters even more. Yesterday, we had incredible, powerful conversations about likability, power, authority, visibility, influence, branding, and leadership. These are all really important. They help us build credibility, attract opportunities, and amplify our message. But today, I want us to focus on something that's even more important. What need do we fulfill? Because at the end of the day, the market does not reward titles, it rewards value. People do not invest in products, services, or organizations simply because they exist. They invest in solutions, they invest in transformation, they invest in outcomes. So today, I want you to put your thinking cap on. Every successful enterprise begins with an understanding a need. Every entrepreneur should ask, what problem am I solving? Who am I serving? Why does my work matter? What value do I create in other people's lives? Even if you're a woman entrepreneur or a man entrepreneur, we're all entrepreneurs. The answers to these questions determine the strength and the sustainability of your enterprise. Too often, entrepreneurs focus on visibility before value. But visibility without value is temporary, it will not last. Influence without impact is shallow. And branding without purpose eventually fades. So, as entrepreneurs, our responsibility is to understand people, listen deeply, and create meaningful solutions. This is especially true for women. At IIU and in my work with women around the world, I often say women are infrastructure. Women are not a program. Women are not a project. Women are not a target audience. Women are infrastructure, as important as roads, as important as the energy and the power that lights up our electricity. We are the foundation of families, the backbone of communities, and a driving force of economy. When women thrive, communities thrive. And when we lead, societies advance. So today, I really want to think about the power that we do have when we harness everything that we can do together. When women prosper, future generations benefit. And this is why entrepreneurship matters so much. Financial autonomy is not simply about earning money, it is about dignity. It is about freedom. It is about having choices. It is about being able to invest in your family, in your community, in your nation. When women gain economic power, they become architects of the future. They create jobs, they educate children, they strengthen families, and contribute to more important things, and most importantly, resilient economy. And we all need that for our nations to prosper. So supporting women is not charity. It is smart economics. So anybody who's listening to us today, you're in the right place at the right time. And it's one of the greatest investments you can make in the future. So as we begin day 2, I encourage each of you to think beyond your business cards, your social media presence, and even the revenue you're getting right now. Think about your impact. Think about the lives you touch, and think about the needs you fulfill. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for believing in yourselves. And thank you for helping build a future where women lead, create, innovate, and thrive. Thank you, Dr. Maureen Mia. Thank you, Dr. Layal Gadar, for really thinking of this amazing conference. It's just the beginning, and the best is yet to come. Together we rise, and together we lead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dearest Dr. Virginia. What a motivation that is to keep us going, and not just for today, I think for every day to come, because we really do look forward to doing lots more together as well. Thank you, really appreciate you. Now I'm going to call to our platform Dr. Layal Gadar, somebody I work very closely with, our head of our councils at IIU, somebody that keeps us all in check, but makes sure that everything runs smoothly. Thank you so much for her being who she is. Dr. Layal, the floor is now yours.
Thank you, Dr. Marine. Thank you, Dr. Virginia. Good day once again, distinguished guests, respected leaders, inspiring entrepreneurs, and dear friends. It is a great honor always and privilege to welcome you as we gather for the second day of this remarkable conference. Yesterday, we shared inspiring ideas, meaningful conversations, and valuable connections. Today, we continue that journey with renewed energy, celebrating leadership, innovation, resilience, and the extraordinary impact of women entrepreneurs around the world. As the guest of honor and the head of our councils, I'm truly delighted to be with you once again and extend my heartfelt appreciation to each one of you for your presence, enthusiasm, and commitment to making this conference a memorable success. Dear ones, every sunrise brings with it a new opportunity, not simply to continue our journey, but to elevate it. Today marks the second day of our conference, and with it comes fresh perspectives, new voices, and new opportunities to learn, connect, and lead. Yesterday, we celebrated our shared vision. Today, we strengthen that vision by learning from remarkable women and leaders who continue to redefine what is possible. Leadership is not a title. It is not measured by the size of company, or the number of employees, or the balance of a bank account. True leadership is measured by courage, the courage to begin with others without hesitate, when challenges arise, and to inspire others to believe that success is possible. The Women Entrepreneurship Council is more than a global organization. It is a worldwide community committed to empowering women through leadership, education, mentorship, innovation, collaboration, and international partnerships. Our mission is to create an environment where women are encouraged to dream boldly, lead confidently, and create meaningful impact within their communities and beyond. Today, we are privileged to welcome a new group of outstanding speakers who bring with them a wealth of knowledge, experience, and inspiration. Each presentation reminds us that leadership takes many forms and that every journey offers valuable lessons. I encourage each of you to listen with curiosity, engage with purpose, and leave today inspired not only by what you hear, but what you choose to be afterward. As women entrepreneurs, we have the power to create businesses that generate opportunity, transform communities, and inspire future generations. Our greatest achievement is not simply what we accomplish ourselves, but how many others we empower to rise alongside us. As we continue this remarkable conference, let us renew our commitment to leading with integrity, serving with compassion, embracing innovation, and supporting one another. Together, we can create a future where every woman has the confidence, the opportunity, and the platform to lead. Thank you all to distinguished speakers, guests of honors, our organizing committee, and our dedicated council members, our partners, and every participant whose presence makes this conference truly exceptional. I wish you all an enriching, inspiring, and a memorable second day of our conference.
Thank you so much, dearest Dr. Leal. That was amazingly and inspiringly beautiful. Each one of us, I think, will take that from your heart. I know it's all heart, and I know it's meant, and each one of us will definitely make it happen going forward. Let us now hear from our very own Professor Dr. Charles Euphoria. Professor Dr. Chaplain General Charles Euphoria is the Vice Chancellor of and the African head of the International Internship University. And of course, he is recognized for his being over 30 years of global advocacy in education, peace building, and human rights. Sir, the honor is ours to have you here. Please, let us hear from you.
Thank you very much, Able Excellency. I need to thank God for you all, our Chief CEO. I thank God for you, our Executive Director. She's not here, and our Council Head. I bless God for you, and I thank God for all the call, all the speakers. I bless God for you. The right to the woman we are honoring, our entrepreneur woman, the President. May God bless you for inviting everyone here, and I know that God will go to perfect His work in our life. As we all know, women are uniquely empowered to demonstrate dignity, wisdom, and courage. So, as a result, women are made to be so special. They are powerful people. They can move everything. They can change everything. If we look upon them, they are people who God has blessed with a lot of anointing, a lot of blessings. That is the more reason we must give them their place of a position in how they do things. And I thank God we are made to understand that the women are rooted in the ultimate source of strength. And they can do all things through God who strengthened them. Psalm 68, verse 11. The Lord gives the command, and the women who proclaim the good tide are a great host, revealing God's commission of a woman as a triumphant force in spiritual warfare. That is to say, in Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, it also said, women are promise of empowerment. They're given empowerment. So they are giving them power to be strong, to be courageous without fear, because God is with them wherever they go. That's the more reason we should uphold them and give them their honor, their right position. And the source of resilience is given to women. The book of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31 says, we are showing women that those who wait to the Lord will renew their strength, mounting up on wings like eagle, to run without growing weary in their mission. So they are giving that empowerment, and we are asked also that some of the women that are war changers, like people like Deborah, people like Esther, people like Mary, like Ram, all these people, they are powerful people because of they were dedicated themselves. Women are called to dedicate themselves. Wherever they do that, I'm telling you, they are always very powerful. And we have been told that there are 7 powers women has in Proverbs chapter 31. They have the dignity, they have the patience, they have the urgency, they have the generosity, they have the courage, they have the wisdom, and they have the devotion. All these are for women. Women are so excellent, they are so powerful. And we also have some principles of women's empowerment, such as establishing high level of corporate leadership for gender equality, treat all women and men fairly at work, respect and support human rights, and non-discrimination. We also encourage to do what? Ensuring that the health, the safety, and well-being of all women and men are very important. And the promotion, education, and training, inviting in professional development through formal training, mentorship program, networking. This includes ensuring equal access to advancement opportunity and breaking down barriers to non-traditional job fields. These are very important principles of women empowerment and enterprise development, supply chains and marketing, applying empowerment practice to your border business ecosystem. This involves adopting inclusive marketing, practicing that portray women multidimensional and require business and partners and suppliers to adopt similar non-discriminating area. Also promoting equity through community initiative, leverage community engagement and advocacy. All these are very, very important. Reports, policy, tax promoting or progressing, establishing clever benchmark, and publicly report all the steps taken to achieve gender equality. All these are so important, and we need to give them their real role, their a blessing, because giving them such make them to be more efficient, more proactive in their work. So women, I actually appreciate you all. I know we are going to support you. That is why we are there. The council has been created. Full support to be given. And I assure you that you don't have any issue, you don't have any problem. Like empowerment, in respect of the women empowerment, we also have the principle of empowerment that I own my life. Yes, you hold your life. Yes, I know who you are, what you stand for. Yes, very, very well. And also creating belief that empower you, create a belief that empower you, and you live in truth. Yes, that is what God wants you to be, and you shall be, so that the blessing of God will flow in you. I never feel guilt about being a strong woman. Yes, you should. Yes, and I respect myself. You should respect. Yes, very good. I go first. What I fear the most, you go first, which is very ultimate. And I know by the time you are able to establish all this together, we shall rise together and we shall live together. We go accord to shape culture and transform the world through divine inspiration, wisdom, and prayer. All these are very important. By the time we start doing that, we see that we'll be able to renew the world. May God bless you all. May God bless IIU. May God bless all the executive and bless every one of us listening here. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear Professor Charles. Lovely words of wisdom coming from you. And of course, I think we're all going to take it to heart to make it work. Just a very quick thing. Okay, so what I do, remember, there's many amazing opportunities that come up for everybody, and it happens that way because whether you're a child in a primary school, high school, whether you're in university, whether you're one of us as the adults, whether you're a woman, whether you're a male, whether you're just a family member, wherever you may be, some form of education comes from IIU that uplifts you, that makes the change that happens with you. And the WEC is something that I hold very close to my heart. Why? Because leadership doesn't just begin with the one step. It's that courage to create change that starts here. It's the mindset going into action. It's implementation of what my thought is. That's what this is all about. So yes, empowerment, yes, growth, yes, development, yes, all these things come together, but it's about what am I doing with it? And that's what WEC is all about. So with IU, WEC, and in this conference between yesterday and today, we come together as one humanity. And I say it again, one humanity. It's not just about us versus them. We become part of a global network of inspiring leaders, and we are all dedicated to empowerment. We are all dedicated to entrepreneurship, to transformation. We want that, especially for our women. And this is no disrespect to our men folk. This is just to say to everybody out there, we are not here to compete. We are here to collaborate. We are here to work together because together is how we will build our communities, build our societies, build our nations, build this world, maybe even rebuild it. But through this journey and with IUWEC and this conference, we're having this opportunity now to lead these initiatives, to learn from each other, where we can go back to inspire our communities and then build those meaningful connections, create the lasting impact that our women need, that our girl children need. And we cannot forget that. That's what this is about, how to grow from here, implement something you're taking from here into your space. Now, that's what this is about, and that's why you hear one of the words we always end up with saying is together. Together we rise, together we empower, together we transform. It's about that togetherness, and it's always through the leadership and vision and purpose that that togetherness grows us all. So with that, I just want to ask very quickly, I do have in terms of the speakers that are going to be here now and meant to be speaking, I do have you in a list. Okay, so I do have Dr. Maria first, I have Ada next, and I have Marcella afterward. And then I have scheduled Dr. Rana. But I would like to please ask Dr. Maria, Ida, and Marcella, if you could please allow Dr. Rana to speak before you. She's got very low battery life and she's going to be cut off if we don't give her the chance now. If you three can please give me the go-ahead and permission, I'd like to give her the floor first. Is that okay?
Okay, there's no problem. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So Dr. Rana, you see, this is what us coming together, especially us women folk, are. We just, sisterhood means we just there for each other. So Dr. Rana, let me just give everybody a little bit about Dr. Rana very quickly. Who is she? What does she have? Dr. Rana Yahya Sayar is a Lebanese educator, trainer, and educational consultant. She's got more than 15 years of experience in education and human development. She holds a bachelor's degree in education, that's in mathematics and science, and she's pursuing a master's degree in mathematics. She's undertaken studies in educational psychology. Wow, I love that. Very close to my heart. That's why I'm pausing with that one. She's awarded an honorary doctorate in recognition of her contributions to education and humanitarian work. She's passionate about empowering individuals through education, mental health, and human guidance. Dr. Sayar has led numerous educational and humanitarian initiatives and remains committed to creating positive, sustainable impact and inspiring future generations. Dr. Rana, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Thank you, everybody.
Dr. Rana, you are muted.
I'm sorry. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for this thing you give for me. It's an honor to be with so many inspiring women leaders and entrepreneurs. As women, we often wear many hats simultaneously. We are leaders, professionals, mothers, daughters, mentors, and caregivers. Society often celebrates our ability to do everything, but rarely asks how much pressure we carry while doing it. Today, I would like to speak about two leadership superpowers that every successful woman needs: resilience and healthy boundaries. Because success is not only about how much we can endure, It is also about knowing how to protect our energy, our well-being, and our purpose. First of all, let me share my PowerPoint with you. Excuse me for... Okay, can you see my PowerPoint, please?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So, first of all, what is resilience? Many people think resilience means never falling. I disagree. Resilience is not the absence of difficulties. It is the ability to rise every time life challenges. A resilient leader faces setbacks without losing hope, learns from failures instead of being defined by them, adapts to change, continues moving forward despite uncertainty. As educators and leaders, we know that life constantly changes. We experience unexpected challenges, professional pressure, personal responsibilities, and moments of disappointment. Resilience is not asking, what is happening to me? Instead, resilience asks, what is the experience teaching me and how can I grow it? Every challenge can become an opportunity to discover strengths we did not know how we possessed. The reality of high-pressure roles. Women leaders today live in a world of constant expectations. We are expected to be productive, to be available, to be emotionally supportive, to be successful, to be perfect. And sometimes we try so hard to meet everyone's expectations that we forget our own needs. The problem is that leadership without self-care eventually leads to exhaustion, stress, burnout, emotional fatigue, loss of passion. You cannot pour from an empty cup. A leader who ignores her own well-being may continue functioning, but eventually loses creativity, patience, and joy. Therefore, resilience is not about carrying unlimited pressure. It is about managing pressure wisely. Why boundaries matter? One of the most important lessons I have learned of this, boundaries are not barriers. Boundaries are protection. Many women struggle without boundaries because we want to help everyone. We say yes too often. We take on responsibilities that are not ours. We answer messages at all hours. We put others first repeatedly, and then we wonder why we feel exhausted. Healthy boundaries allows us to protect our mental health, preserve our energy, focus on what truly matters, lead sustainably. Setting boundaries may look like saying, I cannot take on other responsibility right now, scheduling time for rest, delegating tasks, protecting family time, refusing guilt from prioritizing our well-being, saying no to something that drains you, often saying yes to your health, your family, and your purpose. Strong leaders do not do everything. Strong leaders know what deserves their energy. Now, I will talk about practical strategies for resilience. I would like to share 5 practical strategies. The first one, accept imperfection. Perfection is impossible. Progress is more important than perfection. Secondly, build a support network. Successful women do not succeed alone. Seek monitors, colleagues, and communities that encourage and empower you. Thirdly, practice self-care without guilt. Rest not is an award. Rest is necessity for us. Fourth, reframe challenges. Instead of saying this situation is breaking me, say the situation is building me. Protect your priorities. Define a strategy. Time and energy are valuable resources. Spend them intentionally. A key message: strong leaders do not do everything. Strong leaders know what deserves their energy. As a conclusion, I would like to leave you with this thought. Resilience is not about carrying every burden. It is about rising after challenges with wisdom and protecting ourselves through healthy boundaries. As women leaders, our goal is not to prove how much we can endure. Our goal is to lead with courage, balance, and purpose. Because when women protect their well-being, they do not become weaker. They become stronger, wiser, and more capable of changing the world. Thank you. As a closing quote, nothing can destroy me. Every struggle becomes a stair I climb. Every challenge becomes a lesson I learn. And every obstacle becomes an opportunity to rise stronger. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Mia. Thank you, Dr. Layal. And thank you all for this lovely conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rana. I love that last quotation from you. I think it will stick with every one of us. And this is one topic that was really close because lots of women don't ever take the time to think about their own resilience, and they definitely don't take the time to even create, let alone build healthy boundaries. So thank you for enlightening us on that. I think a lot of us will take that away and try and definitely implement that so we can start to build the resilience within ourselves and build up those boundaries that are necessary for us to keep going. Thank you so much. And I'm glad the battery life lasted until the whole presentation was done. So well done to you.
Thank you.
Okay, my next speaker is Dr. Maria. Dr. Maria, let me just tell you a little bit about her. Dr. Maria Fernanda Hualotuna. Is that how I say it? I don't want to say it wrongly. But anyway, so Dr. Maria. Dr. Maria is a successful and globally impactful migrant woman, a graduate in languages, a certified coach and speaker, an international certified mentor as a mentor certified on IIU, which is International Internship University, a writer, a language teacher for more than 30 years, and the manager of management and training at the Talento Humano Emprendedor for more than 5 years. She's a 3-time recipient of the honorary doctorates, World Parliamentarian for Education, member of the Baja California Academy of Law Graduates, official accredited member of the International Community of Leaders. She's an ambassador in Ecuador for the Center for Scientific, Social, and Technological Research of Peru. She's also the honorary member of the University of Joy in Chile and the International Secretary for Human Development. She's got a beautiful profile that keeps going. But just to let you all know that she's also, among others, she's a mother, a wife, and a friend who is always willing to serve others and enjoy life. Dr. Maria, I love the profile. Thank you so much for being here. We're honored to have you. So please let us hear from you now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marine Mia. Thank you so much, Dr. Layal Gadar. Thank you so much, Dr. Virginia, and everybody in EU International Internship University. For me, it's an honor to be here with you and share this very important topic about leading as a woman. As you say with my presentation, I am a leader in Latin America and in the world because I'm working with women. And I'm so grateful with my God because I am sure that without women, we didn't have the world. So leadership is no longer about titles or authority. It's about influence, adaptability, and shared purpose. For centuries, leadership was defined by hierarchy. The traditional model was clear: leaders sat at the top, decisions flowed downward, and authority was unquestioned. This command and control approach working as a stable environments where predictability was the norm. But today, we live in what experts call a BUCA world. volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. In this context, rigid structures and top-down control are not only outdated, they are dangerous. We have to think about practical applications of translate leadership and into action. Empower cross-functional teams to innovate without waiting for approval. Encourage distributed leadership. Use feedback loops to adapt quickly in uncertain environments. We need to understand redefining leadership principles. We need to work with collaborative cultures, as Dr. Mia was saying before. We need to work together. We need to work for everybody, not only for me, not only for my house, it's for everybody. No, it's only for my country, it's for the humanity. Leaders today are facilitators of teamwork. They harness collective intelligence, encouraging diverse voices to solve problems together. Transparency and autonomy. Trust is built through openness. When leaders share information freely, people feel empowered to take ownership. Continuous learning. Modern leaders embrace experimentation, feedback, and adaptability. They know mistakes are stepping stones to innovation. Networked connections. Influence no longer flows only downward. It moves laterally across teams, creating webs of collaboration. Shared purpose. The strongest leader unite people around missions and values. They treat colleagues as partners, not subordinates. We are leaders, and women in the world, as we are much women than men, I have to say, because that is the truth. We need to understand we are the leaders. We are moving this world. So we need to work with that. We need to work together. Let me return to where we began. Leadership today is not about control. It's about unleashing potential. The call to action is simple yet profound. Practice influence, empathy, and adaptability in your own leadership role. Whether you lead a team of thousands or collaborate in a small group, remember that leadership is not a position, it's a practice. It is the daily choice to empower others, to embrace change, and to unite people around a shared purpose. That is how we redefine leadership beyond traditional models. That is how we need to work. We are in a world that we need each other. And as women, as a powerful women, I have to say, we can do it. Thanks a lot.
Dr. Maria, thank you very much. I love what you've said in many, many aspects, but my main takeaway is how you spoke about leadership. And of course, how leadership actually needs to be redefined for each one of us, because we all don't have the same fingerprint. But the leadership roles that we have got to come with purpose and with growth for everyone, for humanity. Thank you very much for that reiteration. I think we all needed to hear that and be reminded. Really appreciate you, ma'am. Next up, I think I'd love to call to the podium Dr. Aida Zohara. Dr. Aida, she has a PhD in nursing education. She has a master's degree in public health, a BA in nursing, training consultant in human development. She's certified professional trainer in leadership and management, public health practitioner, academic lecturer, and a project manager. Dr. Aida, are you with us? Dr. Aida
Yes,
Zawahiri?
yes, doctor. I'm here
Yes,
with you.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Aida is here. Okay.
Lastly.
Dr. Ida, the floor is yours, my dear.
Okay, thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Okay, let me first share my presentation with you. Okay, no, okay. Okay, just give me 1 minute, please. Okay. I want to stop. Oh, I'm sorry. Something. Okay. Can you see my presentation?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, good. Good evening, everyone. And it is with a great pleasure to be with me to meet you today and to share this conference and to be a part of this international conference. And I hope I will provide you with some information from my experience and from knowledge, and I hope it will be beneficial for all of you. Of course, as you know, there is much difference between management and leadership until people are using these terms interchangeably. But of course, you know that leadership is more about inspiring and influencing people, and management is about a position that you control people to achieve the goals of the organization or your business. Okay, so leaders become more influential not by relying on authority alone, but by building trust, credibility, and meaningful relationships with their teams. And here are some of the most effective ways. I try to make it very practical so you can use it and you can be more influential. Of course, as women, we insist always that the woman around the world can play an important part, an important role in leadership and management, but they are good leaders too. So, first of all, leaders should know that without authority, you can be a leader, but you can lead by example. Leading by example is how you play the role of the leader, how people look at you, you are convincing the people that you are the leader. So lead by example, demonstrate integrity and professionalism. Model the behaviors and the work ethic you expect from others. Keep your commitments and admit mistakes. This is the way you behave. You will be a model for others, and they will. This is come to the second point, that you will build the trust with your team. So it is the second step, because people, people always either they give the trust or they don't trust. Okay, so it is something very, very psychological. Okay, so when we build the trust with our teams, we need to be honest, transparent, and we have to treat everyone fairly and respectfully. Follow through on promises, and we began to build the trust relationship, and the influence will be more and more. Communicate, of course, effectively. It is one of the major skills that the leaders need, because communication, all the time leaders are communicating. They are receiving information, they are giving information, they are listening to everything happen and within their teams, within their organization. So you have to listen actively before responding. Okay, this will give you more time to understand and comprehend what others say and what others don't say. Okay, share a clear vision and goals with your teams. Provide regular constructive feedback. Okay, making clear the teams what they are ready for and what they have to do. It is something give them value and give them a trust of the leader. And also we mentioned providing constructive feedback, because we don't need always to give people negative feedback either. Sometimes it is important, but this is sometimes give the what we can call it negative side effect. So we lose their will. Sometimes they hurt. So we have to use negative feedback when it is very essential. Develop emotional intelligence. The emotional intelligence nowadays is one, of course, you hear it many times. It becomes one of the most important skill, because leaders have to develop emotional intelligence. They have to control their feelings and how they react to others, okay, and even how they react to their feelings and their thinking and everything has to be controlled. So understand your own emotions and manage them effectively. This is the point, because you are the leader. Everyone is noticing you. Everyone is looking at you. Okay, so make sure that you are managing your emotions effectively. Show empathy. It is very important. And here always arise to my mind at this point, that because I know many managers, and I have to tell you that also from my experience, I have been working, instead of I work as a nurse, then it was a turning point in my life that I work as a nursing manager for 20 years. So I saw many leaders and many managers, actually they don't empathize. Actually, they are job oriented. The only thing they focus on is the job, and they not people oriented, and this make trouble. Okay, so you have to show empathy when it is necessary. Handle conflicts calmly and respectively. Conflicts can occur anyway, so what you can do is to handle it effectively. Empower your team. One of the definition of leadership that I really like it most, that the leader is the one who build other leaders. So empower your team. Delegate meaningful responsibilities. Encourage autonomy and innovation. Support employees in making decisions. This empowerment, because no one stay forever in the institution. No one stay forever in any place. So when you are empowering people, actually you are planning for the future, and also you are dealing with them as they are the energy. Human energy is the most powerful energy in the world. We have to build the relationship with our team, communicate with our goals, building a trust, empowering them. Okay, so recognize and appreciate contributions. Maslow said in his hierarchy that all of us need appreciation. It is a desire, it is a need. So the good leaders always are recognize and appreciate contributions, celebrate achievements, both large and small. Often sincere praise and recognition. Okay, you have to recognize people and give them what they deserve. Create a culture of appreciation, and this will make your culture and your environment more positive culture and more energetic and more vital. Inspire through purpose, always to be influential and to be you are leading in the right way, the right people to the right way, in the right method. Always inspire through purpose. Help employees understand how their work contribute to the organization mission. Connect daily tasks to the meaningful outcomes, okay? Invest in the team development. Make time for your team development. This is through training, through coaching, through mentoring, that you have to give this time. So provide coaching and mentoring, encourage continuous learning, support the career growth and the professional development. Okay, so we are empowered by the good leaders, and the teams are empowered by the good leaders. Okay, encourage collaboration. Foster teamwork and open communication. This will make the leader more influential. People like to talk. People like when you give people enough space and enough time to talk, they will communicate to you. they will return back to you. They will need you. They will trust you. So make the time, encourage collaboration, value diverse perspectives, okay? And I want to say something very important in building the good and beneficial and influential relationship. It is the psychological safety that we provide to others. And it is something that we feel. We don't say anything about it, but what I feel that sorry, I am secure in this relationship. I can say whatever in my mind or in my heart, okay? I feel that my leader is supporting me, so this gives me psychological safety. So I can work better. We can share ideas, share problems, and even we solve our conflicts very peacefully and of course in positive way, constructive way. Be adaptable. Good leaders, they are flexible, adaptable, and this means a lot. And this, it is, of course, it is a life skill, but is also managerial and leadership skill. So welcome change and encourage innovation. Learn from setbacks and remain resilient. As my previous colleague said, resilience is very important. Adjust your leadership style to meet the needs of the different individuals and situations. So we come to the 5 pillars. Actually, I like you to know about this slide, or these 5 pillars of influential leaders, and all start with C. Credibility. People trust what you say because they trust what you are, okay? And this is the most thing, and it is, it is also, we don't say it, but we do understand it, we do comprehend, okay? I call it a mind issue, okay, a thought issue. So it is start from our brain that we believe in this guy, in this boss, in this leader, okay? So the other thing that we always, it is for judgment, it is the competences that what the leaders have. So demonstrate knowledge and sound judgment and build your competences always, even if we are, we have good experience. It is not enough. We're still learning and still learning. And of course, continuous learning never end. Okay, continuous learning goes with aging. The character act with integrity, with humility, with fairness. This is something very important. And I don't know if you agree with me or not, but if you have very skillful leader, very knowledgeable leader, but he will not, if we will not accept him as a leader, we will not trust him if he don't have these principles, these human principles, the values, okay, of humility and integrity and fairness. This interfere with good and fairness leadership. Connection, we said before that building genuine relationships with team members. Understand that you are a leader, you can't work alone, and we are complementary. The team is complement to you, and you are complement to your team. So you are not above them. And I like to work in circles. I like to sit in circles. I like the meeting table to be circles. So this circle make no one is more important than the others. I don't like people sit at the head of the table. No. So we are all are important, and we are, everyone in the team is important, but the leader also, he is the one who is leading the team. Commitment is very crucial for the successful of good leadership, good teamwork, and good institutions. Show dedication to both organizational goals and employees' success. Of course, I don't know if you know that about the Japanese. There are many Japanese experiences in good management system, that they always put effort to make the employee committed to the company or to the factory. So when commitment is there, we are more influential. We are more tagged in, okay, with each other. The practical daily habits, I would like you to think about it. Okay, if you want to be more influential with your teams, begin meetings by listening before speaking. Okay, is anyone has something to say to me before I start my word or I start the meeting? He want to raise some issues, he want to say something, I will happy to hear that, okay? Ask at least one coaching question, such as, how can I support you? Okay, this encourages people to talk, and this will make them return back to you and connect with you because you are willing to support them. Okay, recognize one team member's contribution every day. Make it, speak about it. Okay, this gives trust to your team. This will make him more self-esteem. They will raise their self-esteem, and will be more committed to you as a leader and more committed to their work. Spend time understanding each employee's strength and aspirations or weak points. Give your time to understand the team, and this return also to the emotional intelligence that we speak about. Okay, it is very crucial, and we need, and this skill, actually I return back to this point because I find it very, very important that sometimes, as all the world nowadays talk about emotional intelligence, Daniel Goleman talk about intelligence, but actually, are we empowered with these skills, or we just know that emotional intelligence is important? So we have to gain and master the emotional intelligence so we can be more influential leaders. End the week by reflecting on what you learned from your team. We always learn, as Dr. Mahira said, we always learn from each other. Every day is a learning opportunity. Every session is a learning opportunity. Every meeting is a learning opportunity. And the clever ones who are getting benefit from these opportunities. Okay, so key principles as a conclusion. Influence is earned through trust. There is nothing will happen before trusting each other, okay? And again, I say it, and I want you to think about what this is from my experience, because we cannot say anything, but either we trust or we don't trust. We can work together, but either I trust or don't trust. Either I will be committed or not committed, okay? Consistency, that what you say, it has to align with what you do, okay? Not separated, okay? And service. The most influential leaders focus less on controlling people. There is nothing, controlling is a term that is not used in leadership. We can control people by inspiring them. We use instead influencing and inspiring and motivation. Managers like to control, and this is one of the because I'm sorry, I learned this from management. They teach managers always to control people, to use the punishment. No, this is not leadership at all. And even managers have to think differently how to change the behavior of people, not the controlling and the punishment procedures. So they focus less on controlling people and more on helping them succeed. The leaders think about people, how to grow them, how to develop them, what they are, their future, what they will be in after 10 years, 20 years. It is not only job oriented. They are not only focusing on the mission, they are focusing in people. I actually always say they care about people. They are people oriented. Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge. And this is very important. I want to say something. When I studied nursing, first of all, they told me that I was learned the nursing school is about caring of people. And also when I study leadership and management, but actually leadership, also I found it that it is Iftah ya Simsim in the cave of Ali Baba. Of course, you know this story that the secret the secret word that will open the cave is caring for people. When you as a leader care for the people, they will follow you, they will trust you, they will listen to you, and they will work according to what you want and achieve the goals that you need from them. Thank you for everyone for your listening to my presentation. I hope it was beneficial. I hope I provide you with some of the things that you like and add more information to you. Thank you very much. And again, I'm very, it is my honor and a pleasure to be with you. Thank you, Dr. Ms. Layal. And thank you for all who are was responsible for making this event available and for all of us to meet. Thank you very much. And I hope to meet you again in other presentation and other conference. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, dearest Ida. I really enjoyed your presentation, very in-depth, very insightful. I love the differences that you shared with us regarding management versus leadership, and of course, how we can use those two to actually realize what roles we follow. I especially love the 5 C's that you pointed out in terms of influences and leadership. I think there was credibility, competence, character, connection, and of course, commitment. There's a lot from your entire presentation that we can all take away to start to actually use in whatever we do. So thank you very much for all of your efforts and of course for your amazing presentation. Really, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to move on now to our next speaker, who is Marcela Barrientos. Let me just give you a little bit about dearest Marcela. Marcela is from Argentina. Yes, she is an Argentine writer with over 20 years of experience. She's a member of the various literary and social groups. She hosts 4 lively weekly programs. She's created a Facebook page which she uses, and she hosts a bi-monthly recorded program there linking current events with art. She's worked as a cultural manager for Virtual Book Fair since 2020. She's a member of another organization that serves on the International Press Secretary for the Uruguayan Association, AULA. And she's also the author of 5 digital books available on Calamio. And of course, she's got so many things attached to her, which is really amazing. She's participated as a guest contributor in various anthologies, both in print and PDF formats. And her first poetry book was recently released on Amazon and Pymedia. She's authored 3 other books, and one of them is also available exclusively on Amazon and Kindle. Dearest Marcela, the floor is yours. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, organizers, speakers, and participants. It is a true honor and privilege to be here today. First of all, I would like to sincerely thank the organizers of the WIU Women Entrepreneur Council for creating this valuable international space where women from different countries can share experience, knowledge, and inspiration. I would especially like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Marian Mia for giving me the opportunity to participate in such an important event. And thank you for your trust and for believing that every woman's voice deserves to be heard. Today, I would like to reflect on a topic that is transforming organizations, communities, and societies around the world: visible leadership beyond traditional models. For many decades, leadership was often associated with authority, hierarchy, competition, and control. Success was measured by power and position. However, today's world acts something different from us. The challenges we face, social inequality, technological change, climate issues, conflict, and economic uncertainty, require leaders who are authentic, empathic, collaborative, and courageous. Visible leadership is not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about making values visible. It's about leading with integrity. It's about inspiring through action rather than titles. A visible leader creates opportunity instead of barriers. She empowers instead of dominating. She builds bridges instead of walls. Today, I would like to share three remarkable examples. The first is Malala Yousafzai. Malala became a global symbol of courage after defending girls' right to education despite threats against her life. She reminds us that leadership does not depend on age or position. She once said, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." This simple sentence teaches us that transformation often begins with education and with the courage to speak when others remain silent. Our second example is Jacinda Ardern, former Prime Minister of New Zealand. Her leadership showed the world that empathy and strength are not opposites. During moments of national tragedy and uncertainty, she demonstrated compassion while making firm decisions. One of her most inspiring reflections is, "One of the criticisms I've faced over the years is that I'm not aggressive enough or assertive enough, or maybe somehow. Because I'm empathetic, it means I'm weak. I'm completely rebel against that. I refuse to believe that you cannot be both compassionate and strong." Her words remind us that kindness is not weakness. Compassion is leadership. The third example is Indra Nooshi, former CEO of PepsiCo. She transformed one of the world's largest companies while promoting innovation, diversity, and long-term responsibility. She said, "Leadership is hard to define, and good leadership even harder. But if you can get people to follow you to the end of the earth, you are a great leader." I'm glad to know that we share many common views. Men and women are meant to complement each other, and education, not only academic education, but also the education of value, is what helps shape good leaders. There's no single way to lead in peace. Every place, every culture, and every community has its own context. What truly matters is leading with integrity, empathy, respect, and a genuine commitment to serving others. In the past, we used to say that there was always something new to learn. That's even more true today as the world is changing faster than ever. Continuous learning, openness to new ideas, and the willingness to grow are essential qualities of effective and inspiring leaders. True leadership is not about commanding people, it's about inspiring people to believe in a shared purpose. These three women come from different cultures, professions, and experiences, yet they share common values: courage, integrity, empathy, service, vision. These qualities represent the future of leadership. As women entrepreneurs, professionals, educators, researchers, and community leaders, we are redefining what leadership looks like. We no longer need to imitate old models. We can create our own model basis on comparison instead of competition, on inclusion instead of exclusion, on dialogue instead of fear. Visible leadership begins with every action, listening carefully, helping others grow, keeping our word, standing up for justice, encouraging young women to dream without limits. Leadership is not reserved for those who hold high positions. Every teacher, every mother, every volunteer, every entrepreneur, every student has the opportunity to become a visible leader by positively influencing another person's life. Before I conclude, I would like to recognize every speaker participation in today's conference. Each presentation enriches this global conversation and reminds us that together we are stronger. Our diversity is not our weakness, it is our greatest strength. May we continue building network of trust, collaboration, and sisterhood across borders. Because when women support one another, communities become stronger. When communities become stronger, nations become more peaceful. And when we lead with values, we help create a world where future generations can live with greater dignity, equality, and hope. Thank you once again to the organizers, to Mary Mia, to all the speakers, and to every participant for making this inspire event possible. May we continue working together with courage, wisdom, compassion, and unity toward a more peaceful world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, dear Sister Marcel. I really enjoyed that. I especially enjoyed the fact that you brought up an important point of how, well, through the three examples that you shared, the important point of how we need to grow together. We need to understand each other in the leadership roles that we have and grow together to make sure that we keep learning. Learning doesn't stop. And we all know, and I think everybody on this platform is a lifelong learner. We're going to keep learning. And the best lessons we have that we keep learning from are our life's lessons itself. Thank you so much for your time, Marcel. It was lovely to have you. Look forward to having you again as well. I'm going to move on now to Dr. Burtati Chakrabarti. Dr. Burtati is the head of the Department, School of Education, Adamas University in India. She's an academic leader, a researcher, and an international speaker. She's committed to advancing excellence in higher education through innovation, digital transformation, and research-driven practices. Her areas of expertise include educational technology, teacher education, artificial intelligence in education, digital leadership, and sustainable development. She has presented her work at numerous national and international conferences and has published extensively in reputed journals and edited volumes. Passionate about empowering educators and future leaders, Dr. Chakraborty advocates for building authentic leadership, fostering innovation, and creating meaningful impact in the digital age through collaboration, lifelong learning, and responsible use of technology. It's amazing, Dr. Bertazzi. Really looking forward to what you have to say. The virtual platform is now yours.
Thank you so much, most beloved our Marin Mia ma'am. Thank you so much for this opportunity, our beloved Lael Gaddar ma'am. So, good evening from India. It's really my privilege to be here today among so many inspiring leaders, educators, entrepreneurs, and change makers from across the world. So, I sincerely thank you to the IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council for inviting me to share my thoughts on a topic that is not only relevant but, of course, essential in today's rapidly changing world, that is visible leadership, building influence, impact, and legacy in the digital age. I would like to begin with a simple question first. Have you ever wondered why some people with extraordinary talent remain unnoticed, while others inspires millions with similar abilities? So the answer is not talent alone. The answer is visibility with value. Today, leadership is no longer confined to boardrooms, classrooms, or offices. Leadership is visible every time we share an idea, solve a problem, mentor someone, create meaningful content, or stand for a cause. The digital world has transformed every smartphone into a stage, that every individual into a potential leader. But visibility without purpose is only popularity. Real leadership is about creating meaningful influences. The three pillars of visible leadership, I believe, that is built on three powerful pillars. First, that is authenticity. People don't connect with perfection, they connect with honesty. In the age of artificial intelligence and endless social media filters, authenticity has become the rarest and most valuable leadership quality. As women leaders, we should never feel pressured to imitate someone else's success. Our unique experiences, struggles, failures, and resilience make us credible. Authenticity builds trust. Trust builds influence. My second pillar, that is, I want to say, that is value creation. Leadership is not about us, how many people are following me. It's about asking whose life became better because I showed up. Every post, every lecture, every meeting, every conversation should create value. That is why only I'm very much proud as you people are organizing like very much needed topic here. It is actually very close to my heart. Thank you so much once again for this. So when you consistently educate, when you inspire, when you solve problems, people naturally begin to trust your voice. Influence is not demanded, it is earned. Third is consistency. Success is rarely built by one viral moment. It is built through hundreds of ordinary days of showing up. So, leadership is not an event, it is a habit. Small actions repeated consistently become extraordinary achievements over time. So, the digital age, it is opportunity or challenge. Many people believe technology is replacing human leadership. I respectfully disagree. Technology cannot replace empathy. Artificial intelligence cannot replace emotional intelligence. Algorithms cannot replace integrity. The future belongs to leaders who combine digital skills with human values. The greatest competitive advantage in the coming years will not be technology alone, it will be humanity. Women leading the future as women, we often hesitate. We wait until everything is perfect before speaking. We underestimate our abilities, we question our own expertise, but the world needs more women who are willing to lead with confidence. So, leadership is not about having permission. Leadership begins the moment you decide to make a difference. Your voice matters, your ideas matter, your experiences matter. Building a legacy. Many people ask, how can I become successful? I think better question is, how can I become unforgettable? Success is temporary, legacy is permanent. So, your legacy is not defined by your designation. It is defined by the people you inspire, not by the awards you receive, but by the opportunities you create for others, not by the wealth you accumulate, but by the wisdom you share. And at the end of our careers, people may forget your presentations, they may forget your titles, but they will never forget how we made them believe in themselves. So, my message to every leader, whether you are an entrepreneur, a teacher, a researcher, a student, or someone just beginning your journey, remember these 5 words, which I also remember, that is learn, lead, lift, inspire, and repeat. Learn continuously, lead courageously, lift others generously, inspire authentically, and repeat the process every single day, because leadership is not about standing above people. Leadership is about helping others rise with you. I want to conclude my um, deliberation or topic, that is, in the digital age, your visibility may attract attention, your influence may create opportunities, but only your character will create a legacy. So let us not strive merely to become famous, let us strive to become valuable. Let us not compete for attention, let us compete in creating impact, and let us remember that the greatest legacy we can leave behind is not what we achieved for ourselves, but what we inspire others to achieve. Thank you once again to the IIU Women Entrepreneur Council for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you, each one of you, for your time and attention. Stay visible with purpose, lead with courage, and leave a legacy that inspires generations to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bratati. You're very powerful and impactful, I have to say. I did write down your learn, lead, lift, inspire, and repeat. I'm going to use it again with your copyright permission, but I'm looking forward to having you again. Very impactful. Thank you so much for sharing. And I especially love that you taught us about how legacy is not about you just being unforgettable, it's about being impactful. Thank you very much for that. And now I'm going to bring you on to somebody who was with us yesterday, made an impact with every one of us with his PowerPoint and his presentation. And I know we got more to learn from him today. This is Brother Ahmed Hassan. He's an experienced English language educator, trainer, and an academic leader from Lebanon with over a decade of experience in teaching, curriculum development, teacher training, and educational leadership. He holds a master's degree in educational management and leadership, teaching diploma in education, and the internationally recognized CELTA qualification. He is a speaker, a trainer, passionate about empowering teachers and students through innovative, practical, and learner-centered approaches that enhance communication, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. Brother Ahmed Hassan, looking forward to hearing from you. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mehreen. Thank you so much, everyone. It was really today also an inspiring speech from each one of you, entrepreneurs of the present and the future as well. And as for today, I thought definitely that whenever we're talking about women, so we have to, in a way or another, talk about how women entrepreneurship actually builds success through purposeful networking. And when we're talking about 2026, it means we're definitely talking about the networking of professional social media and having a purpose of spreading information throughout social media. Let us not forget that based on the recent studies, basically, women entrepreneurs are reshaping the global business landscape at an unprecedented pace. So, if we remember, in the 2024, women have created around 49% of all new businesses. And it was a remarkable 69% increase from the year of 2019. This wasn't just a normal growth, it is actually the fundamental shift in entrepreneurial demographics, where data show that women owned firms are growing around 44% in 2026, faster than male owned firms, demonstrating accelerated business expansion. We have to pay attention to this demographic data improvement, as one of the most striking contradictions in entrepreneurship is the inverse relationship between women funding access and the business performance. And the 2.5 multiplings of performance advantage is not normally as an anomaly. It actually reflects the systematic pattern where superior capital efficiency is related more to how women are disciplined through financial management and operational excellence, as you can see in front of you. Before I move to slide number 4, I just want to make sure that you can see the title that says The Leaky Pipeline Funding Disparities Worsen as Women Scale. Is that true? Okay, that's great. So if we have to pay attention to nowadays average deal size, we can know that the overall funding gap is still stark in our 2026 era, because the real crisis is not in the women leading as entrepreneurs. It is actually in the compounds of funding stages. The phenomenon known as the leaky pipeline is related to what we call the troubling pattern. As companies scale, women's access to capital diminishes rather than improving, just because we still have the taboo that women are run through their emotions and not through their objective criticism and judgment. So additionally, when women do secure their funding, they receive significantly smaller checks, creating what we call the double gap in business, for fewer opportunities that are actually combined with smaller investments and amounts of future projects. The global venture capital landscape for the persistent gender disparities, we have around $289 billion that were invested globally in the 2024. And from the $289 billion, we have 2.3% female-only teams who have increased a $6.7 billion project-based through teams, where they just move through what we call the regional variation of suggestion in relation to interventions and organized supporting networks that made women become more productive. In Sweden, 4.6 leading Europe, women were able to increase the interest and budget of business. In Kenya, 7.9% was only women, and in Colombia, 5.7%. And this is not an easy number at all. So female entrepreneurs are not eventually disturbed across industries, but their concentration in relation to certain high growth sectors is revealing such a strategic positioning for what we call the future success. While women nowadays are making significant strides in education technology, digital health, and climate technology, there is still a very short gap that is related to the femtech, representing the market inefficiency and the extraordinary impact that is related to impact female-driven entrepreneurs. But let us not forget that the composition of the venture capital decision makers fundamentally shapes the founders of receiving fundly. Around 15.4% of the partner or decision-making roles is related to women. Women are taking the lead of 15.4 decision making in relation to investment, having junior positions, being partners, more likely investing, and for sure going into more increasing funds. Studies and statistics while I was doing my research revealed that 35% basically are women who go into more business funds and are more trusted than men, versus 13% only that goes for men. And also 2.3 times people are more likely to invest with a female partner more than a male partner. And actually you deserve the rise of applause all the time. So networking is not merely a social activity for women entrepreneurs. It is a critical business infrastructure that also helps becoming more women entrepreneurs with access quality networking, going into better access to capital, mentorship, business opportunities, so on and so forth. Let us not forget, when we're talking about social media, to give a big focus on LinkedIn, drives for 80% business to business, leading for 5 times more engagement through strategic content, and Fortunately, we have 80% business to business leads that are actually led by women entrepreneurs on social media, specifically on LinkedIn. And finding an amazing result, 4 out of 5 LinkedIn members are always influenced by women business decision makers more than men business decision makers. If we want to somehow talk about the examples, we have the Billy, which is founded by Georgina Gooley, revolutionize the field of business where women go into the authentic storytelling more than men. They go into direct to customer strategy and have strategic social media presence. And the main pillars where we can learn from women throughout the field of entrepreneurship and leading through business is that women are more authentic storytelling that resonate more than traditional advertising. They use social media nowadays as entrepreneurs building community and brand loyalty at a scale. They are addressing real customer pain points that creates competitive advantages, and female founded brands with social media presence are attracting the premium valuation in general. In the business of B2B strategic networking, we have around $300 million acquired throughout the Bento Box that was also found by a female entrepreneur. Her name is Jen Gegley, who has exemplified how strategic professional networking and purposeful business relationship drives the venture through success by building strong relationship with the restaurant technology ecosystem. We have never heard about this term, restaurant technology ecosystem, where attending industries, conferences, and engaging with potential customers and partners. We're moving into essential solutions for restaurant operators where men weren't able to find strategic partnership acceleration with B2B growth, industry networking, creating investments and acquisitions, purposeful relationship building with core businesses, and definitely females are founders with network strategies that are always achieving premium valuation. I want to leave you with this slide and one more slide. We have 5 concrete steps to leverage networking and social media for business growth. And these steps are actually steps that are 100% applied by women entrepreneurs nowadays. Women nowadays are optimizing presence through complete professional LinkedIn profiles. They're maintaining consistency and they're using professional photos and compelling headlines. Women nowadays are focusing more on value-focused content. They're moving into education, stories, and stats with also consistency of 1 to 2 times weekly minimum posts on social media. Women nowadays are engaging authentically with meaningful content, responding to every comment on posts, and they are not afraid anymore from receiving negative comments on social media. Nowadays, women entrepreneurs attending events strategically, and as you can see, you are majority today in our conference, and for sure they're nurturing network intentionally as well. Let us not forget that we have 5 critical insights on women entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship that we learn from. I learned from women entrepreneurs, networking is always infrastructure. Social media drives us through growth. Community builds the value. Systematic gaps, yes, remain, but we can learn and we can work on developing these gaps. And the future is a purpose-led. And finally, I want to leave you with this quote, building the future together. The network you build today is the net worth of your business for tomorrow. And thank you.
Absolutely impactful as always, Ahmed. It's really, really amazing. I love it because I'm always loving how the stats come together to make the position more clearer. The clearer position is that we really have the power nowadays to be able to do and push what we want out there. And for me, what was really important is to show how the success of whatever business it may be is not just about following somebody else. It's about taking what is there, pulling it together and understanding through your network and through your social media skills and what you're pulling in, what can you do to make yours more successful, if not better than the rest? It's actually amazing because everything that everybody has said between yesterday and today has brought to the surface so many different aspects of entrepreneurship, of what we can take, especially as women, to the surface to be able to bring up with others. But I'm asking, what are we going to do now? Taking everything from these 2 days is not just about what we said here. It's about taking it to implement, to teach someone else, to make sure it's implemented somewhere, to action it. So remember, in closing, I want to just mention this. The old question was always, can women actually lead? And I don't think that's the question anymore. I think the new question is, how fast can people catch up with us? And when that becomes the question, it becomes more like, I know what I can do, what I can bring to the table. So as we're closing today, I'm not going to wish everybody luck. Luck is for somebody or people who are waiting to be chosen for something. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say to every one of us, myself included, we have the choices to make. So we have to choose. Choose to actually give ourselves that chance. Stop asking for permission. Choose, when am I going to make my voice heard that other people will shake when they hear me? When am I going to choose to send that email? Stop asking permission or doubting. Just send the email. Do what has to. Raise the price that I need to raise. It's important that I do that. When am I going to choose to turn my someday into today? Because we always procrastinate and we always may waiting for the next time. When am I going to get better before I do it? Stop waiting. Choose to reach back. Pull another woman up with you, because together we will rise even faster. The world has never seen what happens when women stop shrinking. They start owning. And at the global scale, we are doing it already. Imagine if we push it into action now. It's about to engulf us into a sort of a sisterhood that's going to grow entrepreneurship to another level. So, we're going to close the browser, we're going to go wherever, but I'm going to ask you, are you going to still wait to be in readiness mode? We don't have to. We actually need to be able to push into I can action this mode. So before today, all of us were told empowerment was something we need to be given. We need to ask permission to sit at a table. We need to maybe just get permission to put a slip somewhere so that we can be heard. I think today and yesterday, as the conference came together, is the one thing we showed was that empowerment isn't waiting. It's already happening. Empowerment is what we all brought together to this conference, and we showed that it is not in anything else other than just showing up, being there, being visible, and being who we have to be, and being true to the cause. The world doesn't empower women. I said this yesterday, I'm going to say it again. The world does not empower us women. Women empower the world. And for the last couple of hours today, together with yesterday, we have shown that that is exactly what we do. So we're not going to just leave these 2 days of the conference feeling empowered. That empowerment may just fade. I'm saying we need to leave here knowing that we are the power. The kind of power that will hire the next person, the kind of power that's going to fund somebody, the kind of power that's going to build something out of nothing and teach my fellow sister how to grow herself, how to be better. We're going to grow together. That's the kind of empowered we're going to leave here with. So from wherever you are in the world, we are not waiting for that power anymore. You actually, by being here yesterday and today, by this 2-day conference coming together, we have now defined what that World Entrepreneurship Grid looks like. And we together are going to make sure that grid works. So when you close the tab and when you're actually going to leave this conference, the mandate doesn't leave us. We all now given ourselves this mandate to be able to go forward and say, the question is no longer who's going to let me do it. The question is going to be who's next. So let's build each other, let's grow together. And yes, the Global Women's Entrepreneurship Council conference for these 2 days is now going to adjourn, but our reign as women entrepreneurs and women empowered specialists is not going to ever adjourn. I see, I think Sister Ada, is it you who wants to say something?
Yes, please. Yes, please, if it is possible. Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Sure.
Actually, I want to comment about what what Mr. Ahmed said, my colleague, he said something very important that we have to comment about it. And it was one of the ideas that we used to hear as women, that the woman has a problem with using her emotions. She has a problem with leadership and management because of her emotions. And this is actually, I did a study about that. And I study so many managers, female managers, and leadership leaders, female manager leaders, and was absolutely wrong, because first of all, that doesn't right, because men also have emotions, and sometimes they cannot control them. So emotions is a power that we have to use it very carefully. Okay, this is part one. Also, when you have a woman in leadership position or management position, what you need is good preparation and good qualifications. So, and one of the most important thing is how to use your emotions in different situations. Okay, so it is not a correct idea anymore. It is not a burden. It is not, it is not true anymore. So it is emotions is between female and male, and it is a power, and what we have to do is how to use it very carefully. Okay, and we still okay, because we are sometimes we need also to be to have empathy. Okay, and to be a human when we need to do that. Okay, this is thank you very much, and thank you for Dr. Ahmed presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ada, for the comments and for the criticism as well. I take every word that you have said to heart, but not in a bad way, in a very good way, because everything that we do together is to learn. And I must just say, emotional intelligence is one of my specialist fields. So one of the things that I do know is that emotional intelligence is something that reigns throughout. It's not necessarily about any gender. It is always going to be there. And it's about us who learns how to take control of it so that we know how to develop and build emotional intelligence in whatever we are doing. In the context of the statistics that I saw between yesterday and today, though, I must say that one of the things I know from the women leadership courses and stuff that I myself run, women seem to not be that in tune with their emotions, and they sometimes do allow for that to run through. However, we are learning, we are growing. And I love what you said. I take cognizance of what you said. I think you've given me an idea, and I'm going to push it through with Dr. Layal and the balance of the IIU team, that perhaps we need to do something regarding the Women Entrepreneurs Council, women itself, and emotional intelligence, and pushing that out into the social media context, and of course, entrepreneurs with how we carry EQ into our business arenas as well. I think that will really go down. I think everybody needs something and some hindsight into that. So maybe I'd look into doing that next. I would love for you, Ida, to be there, and of course, Ahmad, to be there as well, because emotional intelligence is for everybody. It's with everybody. And the ideal is for us to be able to learn exactly what those two words mean. Am I intelligent about my emotions at all? And if I am, do I know how to apply that control measure in whatever space I'm in? So remember, when I'm controlling my emotions, I'm not going to necessarily do differently what I got to do at home as what I got to do at work. I have to be able to be holistically well enough to know how to control that in whatever my circumstance may be. So, however, I may be in a boardroom now and I might get a call to say something has happened in my home. Does it change my personality because my emotions have shifted? So, these are things that we have to address, but things that we know all happen. These are realistic approaches that we have to take. So EQ is a huge, huge, huge matter to be discussed. And yeah, I will definitely look at how to pull that forward. Maybe we'll do another webinar on something like that. So thank you so much, Ida. And I love the stats Ahmed gave us, I think are crucial. We can push together both and we can marry them in to see how EQ can definitely complement what we have to do to build our entrepreneurship within each one of us. Thank you so much to everybody. If nobody else has any other comment, I would love to close now. Is anybody else would like to say anything? No. Well, thank you again. Thank you so much for all of you from my participants from yesterday, today. I have to say thank you to every speaker for both my days. It was amazing. And I say mine because it's so close to my heart. But IIU really has given us this amazing platform, and I really am grateful. I'm grateful to Advocate Piyush Pandit for giving us IIU. I'm grateful for the entire IIU family. There's too many to mention, but I'm really, really grateful for those of them who were here yesterday, some of them today. I must acknowledge Professor Charles has been here for both days throughout the segments. Thank you so much, Dr. Layal, for being my second hand and my pillar through both days as well. There's too many to mention. I don't want to mention all, and then I'm going to miss out one that I'm going to get into trouble. So I'd rather just say thank you to the entire IIU family. Thank you to each one of you for taking time to be here. And I truly look forward to the next one, because that's going to be even more amazing. Thank you, Dr. Bertati, for your amazing message there. Of course, it was very informative, power pack session. It has been from yesterday. I've learned so much, and I'm sure that's what everybody has. That's the idea. You know, we're all lifelong learners. We keep learning from each other. My goal and ideal as president of IIU WEC is when we learn anything, we're going to take it back to implement it, to action it. And so when I'm going to action it, it means it creates a catalyst effect. So I'm teaching someone to teach someone else, and we grow together. That's the whole idea. That's what we have to do. So thank you, everybody, for being here. God bless you all, and please be safe wherever you are. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ida. Looking forward to being with you again.